in the beginning, just him wanting to play with me was so exhausting. I remember just being in so much turmoil, turning to my dad one night and saying, I feel like the worst father in the world because he just wants me to play trains and I haven't got the energy for it. I don't want to. And it really made me feel terrible. But over time, you know, I asked people to help me with that, and I asked people to come in when I needed a bit of a break from it. So that was great. But over the months, his understanding has grown massively. If you think about it, he lost his mummy when he was 2. He could barely speak, you know. He was only just getting there, you know, with the slightest understanding of anything, really. And then to have to tell him that his mummy had gone and she was never going to come back, and was I going to say she was dead? But, you know, and he wouldn't understand
what that means.
You know. And
what did you say?
Well,
did you use all the euphemisms?
No, I didn't. You know? I decided that the right thing to do was tell him the truth and to be really consistent with it and just to adapt it as his understanding grew. So I said to him, I got him when he was very calm and collected at night, not when he was upset, and said to him that Mummy's gone, she can't ever come back. She didn't want to leave you. She'd never have left you. But I'm here now and I know how to look after you because she taught me. And then recently I've started to kind of test his understanding of things. I've told him about death through insects and things. I found a ladybird at home the other day that was dead, and I showed it to him and said, look, this is dead, and I explained that meant it couldn't fly and its legs couldn't move. And I said, and that's like Mummy, it's the same as Mummy. And then at first he gave it a prod, and then when I said it was like Mummy, he stroked it and he said, it's beautiful, Daddy. And then the next day he found an insect that had died in the garden at my in-laws, and he brought it over to me and he says, Daddy, it's dead. And I said, what else is dead? And he said, the ladybird and Mummy. So he is starting to understand. And
what a concept to have to understand from such a young age.
Yeah, a hideous thing to have to say to a child.
Heartbreaking.